And welcome to the Drive to Draw podcast. My name's Pete. Joined in the studio here with Phil Feckner. Phil, mate, how's your week been? Watching a lot of bowls, I'm assuming.
I did today. Watch Millsy play today on the
Live stream.
Yep. And he had a win on the last end.
Yep.
Well, it ended up being the last end of 20 all.
Yep.
And he won 21-20 or whatever it was. 17-20 he was down or some bloody thing.
Yep.
And, it was good. No bowls Saturday.
No.
What did I do? I went to the footy.
Oh.
Watch Port win.
There you go.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Victorian Open. Let's talk about that just
Yeah.
briefly. The coverage during the sectionals has actually been fantastic all week.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
It looks like it's going to continue on to the weekend.
Yeah.
And, I think they've got the setup right there. They've got a nice indoor venue,
Yeah,
so
beautiful, isn't it?
not being hampered by weather and hot and wind and
Exactly.
everything like that. And absolutely perfect for live streaming there. So even though we're talking Bowls SA, look, any of these live streams are really, really good.
Beautiful.
Footy on Saturday, mate. You'd have been pretty happy being a Port man.
Yeah, and a win tonight it'll be, Pete. Here we are Thursday night.
We are.
Win tonight. 3 goals.
I've picked them to win by 28 points. So
28?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Look, I think Essendon can come out breathing fire after last week, but who knows anyway. Mate, you still bowling at the moment until the end of the month? Or
the car is packed.
Right.
Bowls are in the car as we speak out the front here, Pete. Off to Clare for 2 days. Couple of days of babysitting.
Yep.
And then Sunday I'll head off to Clare. Sunday, Monday.
Yep.
And back Monday night. So,
Fantastic.
still bowling.
Looking forward to it, mate.
Yep.
I wait with bated breath as to how you go with it. All right, mate, let's get into Around the Greens.
Around the Greens.
All right, now you might think that we're going to talk just the grand finals, which we are, but there's actually a lot more bowls going on at the moment than what we all realise, because we're going to talk a little bit later on. We've got Prestige Medley, we've got Club Super Challenge, we've got Night Owls finals. It's all happening, plus the state finals as well. So, but let's talk pennant finals. Let's kick off with the Premier League. I know you're smiling at me, mate.
I got my tip right, anyhow.
You got your tip right. I got my tip wrong. But congratulations go to the Adelaide Bowling Club for a fantastic performance there on Sunday. It was one of those games which we've all been involved in, that whatever they did and however they played, they just played it perfectly, and whatever we tried just didn't quite work out. That happens sometimes in finals in all sports. Exactly right.
Yep. Looks like they were there to play, not saying you boys weren't there to play.
No, we were there to play.
But they were ready to go, weren't they? And, Scotty was being Scotty.
Yes, he was on fire.
And it's a good game to watch. I watched some of that on the live stream and enjoyed that. Yep. And, congratulations to you boys.
No,
but
that's okay.
Done well getting there.
And that's what it's all about. Yep. And that's, I think, the big takeaway that most of us talked about after the game was, as good as Adelaide were, and they were fantastic. Yep. I felt like the year that Ascot had was, well worth making a grand final. Question to you, mate. Winning through to that grand final, I know there's a week in between games, but is it easier coming, say, from third than it is maybe winning that first final? Because if you look through some of the finals, which we'll talk about some of the results from some of the other divisions a little bit later, some of those teams came from third to win it, and Adelaide did exactly the same. So is it a trend maybe?
I don't know whether it's an advantage having that week off. I've been in both, being at Newry for many years.
Yep.
Both, we finished third and came from third and won one. Then we finished top. We've lost one.
Yep.
So I don't know whether it makes... I think you just keep going.
Yes.
Whatever happens, and you're good enough to win it in the end of the day. You're good enough to win it,
is
aren't
indeed.
you?
So, no, congratulations there. Obviously go to Adelaide. All right, let's talk about Division 1. Marion, we weren't sure what to expect with this, but considering that, Port Noarlunga had got up and, made the final, and Marion had to do it the hard way and came through with the goods in the end as well.
Yeah, I tipped Port Noarlunga. I thought they might have got over the line, being on a bit of a high after that second semi.
Yes.
But to Marion's credit, they've come back and had a great win. I see they won the midweek as well. We'll probably go into that later on.
They did. We will talk that a little bit later on. Do you think the faster greens at Lockleys might have suited them a little bit better, or because they got a bit of a crack at on the Saturday, and we'll talk Wednesday in a minute, but they got a bit of a crack at it on the Saturday that it sort of held them in good stead on the Wednesday?
Yeah, I think it was always going to be their advantage. I've never played at Port Noarlunga. I guess they got greens down there.
They got 2 grass and 1 synthetic down there.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure how windy, how quick it is down there. I've never played down there, but certainly Lockleys and Marion are sort of
fairly similar. It's amazing, you know, playing at Lockleys on Sunday there, and would have been the same on Saturday. If you just missed your line by a little bit, you got punished quite badly, and that was really the difference. Considering, you know, we'd played at Somerton, they were a little slower, they're a little bit more sort of niggling rather than pulling away, and then same as Ascot as well, more a holding sort of niggling speed rather than that quick speed. So, yeah, the surface does play a little bit of an
I think it's always going to favour Marion to some extent, but well, good luck to them.
Absolutely,
they've going back up. So.
78 shots to 71, and both teams now promoted to Division 1 to Premier League this year from Division 1. So next year's going to be really interesting, and we might talk about that in a couple of weeks' time, because next week what we're going to do is we're going to have a week off. We're going to let everybody play all of these events that are coming up, and then we're going to report back on some of those, and we might get a couple of special guests along the way as well. All right, let's talk Division 2, Edwardstown, which we all sort of thought, you know, we're going to be the benchmark of Division 2, and they came through with the goods. Yeah,
had a couple out too. One laid out during the week. Holman. Yes. I think it's Steve Holman, pulled out, and obviously Millsy never going to play, apparently. Didn't realise that. I forgot. Oh, I did, actually. They told me, but I forgot about it. But, so they had 2 out. So Big Pete came in. So congratulations to Big Pete, playing in his, I think it's his first pennant flag. Yes. So missed out at Kapunda because he left Kapunda this year, and they won it this year. So Edwardstown were always they were miles ahead, weren't they?
Beating obviously Hawthorn, I believe, on this occasion. So well done to them. All right, let's talk Div 3 North. We did tip this one.
Yeah, and I tipped it wrong. Wasn't surprised though. With the result, I did actually tip Salisbury, but Modbury certainly touched us up on that Sunday at Salisbury. Pretty good side. Absolutely. They bat right down the order. So, it wasn't surprised at all, Pete.
Well done to Modbury. In the Div 3 South, Brighton, I reckon I might have picked...
I picked Blackwood.
Blackwood, Yep. Well done to Brighton there. They're on a little bit of a rebuild. They were going great guns a couple of years ago, took a step backwards, now have taken a step forward again. So well done to them as well.
They've got the win.
Absolutely. Div 4 North... 2 Wells, I reckon.
I tipped 2 Wells, yes.
I tipped that one as well. Well done to them in the north. And in the south, Ascot Park got the chocolates.
Tipped Ascot there. So I got a couple wrong, but, well, there you go.
Hope you get your footy tips just as right as the bowls tips. Div 4 East, Hawthorn getting up over Paynham.
Yes, I did. I tipped you.
I did tip Paynham. I thought with Johnny Radloff leading, I thought...
Well, it was a good game.
Yes.
It was neck and neck. I had Eric Monty sitting next to me at the footy.
Yep.
And he was updating me all the scores every 5 minutes. So, 13, I think it's about 12 or 13 shots I think they ended up losing by or something like that.
Absolutely. And in the West, Woodville, I reckon you picked this one here.
Yes, I did.
Well done to Div 4 Woodville. Div 5 North, Playford. Div 5 South, Clarence Gardens, East, Sturt and West, West Lakes. So... there's a real smattering of clubs that have had a good year, and I think Bowls SA and the NBA would be relatively happy that it's sort of filtered out quite nicely. Not one club's dominating, and some of the bigger clubs, having to do a little bit of work, and now getting promoted, Div 1, Div 2.
Oh, it's good.
Pram and Div 1, it's really, really good as well. Div 6, North, Modbury, South, Port Noarlunga, East, Beaumont, West, Ranella. So, again, a good sort of spread of teams there. Div 7, Para Hills. This is North, South, Port Noarlunga, East, Trinity Gardens. Now, that's an interesting one, Trinity Gardens, because I believe in Division 7, it was either the first or the second game of the year, they dropped a 50 and a couple of 8s in one of the rinks.
Really?
In Division 7, I believe it was Division 7. Anybody out there, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw that come across. For them to regroup, rebound, and win a premiership is fantastic. So well done to Trinity Gardens there. Lovely greens there. And out west, you've got Torrensville. Southwest was Sturt v Sturt, so Sturt was always going to be the winner.
Yep.
And in the Central Division was Edwardstown. Mate, my question to you is, obviously from, say, Division 4 downwards, we've got a north, south, east and west. Is this the right approach to try and keep more people in the game so they're not having to travel all over the city?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm talking from experience this year. You know, I've played Premier League for the last umpteen years and Div 1, whatever, with Paynham. And you can travel everywhere, like right down south, Happy Valley, Morphett Vale, down there. It was quite nice to play in that North Division. Everything's 15, 20 minutes.
So you would have had, what, Para Hills, Playford?
Yeah, Playford.
Paynham.
Yep.
Modbury.
Yep.
Salisbury.
Yep. You're going well so far.
Who else have we got in there?
Yeah.
Turak?
Well, Turak didn't have a side against us. So yeah, but it was great. It's a lot. 2 Wells? Yeah, that not in three.
No, but they are in that northern region.
Yeah, they're in the northern. Yep. But I quite enjoyed it. Less travel. Yep. You know, you didn't really have to think about traffic getting across the side of the city or whatever else. Yeah, so it was good.
Yep.
I enjoyed
so
it.
That's a winner from our point of view.
I reckon. I loved it.
I think it works quite well too. Yeah. My other question to you, without notice, and we have talked about it a few times, is there opportunities, especially, say, Division 6 and Division 7? They only have 3 rinks. Could that extend up to, say, a Div 4 and a Div 5?
Oh, hadn't really even thought about that. You've thrown this on me.
No, that's okay.
I mean, I know from Walkerville point of view, I know we had to forfeit our Div 7 a couple of times this year. Yep. I mean, that's only 3 rinks, but I suppose if you got 3 up a little bit higher, you'd be able to fill that Div 7.
Well, this is what I'm sort of saying.
Yeah. I'm not too sure whether you go up to Div 4, but certainly Div 5 probably is a... Yeah.
And is there a possibility maybe to introduce we don't have to call it Div 8, or we could call it whatever, is that we get some of these night owlers, just playing for half an afternoon on a Saturday, just to get them used to the idea, like any sporting club business, you've got to build from the base.
I think we've talked about it earlier in the year, didn't we? Yeah, and I think that you've got to try and encourage them, whether it's a sub-in, sub-out type thing or something in Div 7. And, John's got to work in the morning and he'll be here at 2 o'clock or whatever it might be. Yep. No worries. And give him a bowl, just to get him involved and, it's a bit of fun. Yep. Yeah.
Skip the double headers, obviously, for those divisions there, with playing on a Saturday and a Sunday, because it's hard enough trying to get players in those lower divisions. But, maybe 3 rinks might actually work. It might just keep a lot more people in the game, and then, trying to build that base of
and easier to fill down low, you know, so, could be.
Food for thought anyway. Yep. All right, let's move on to Wednesday Premier League. Congratulations go to the Marion Bowling Club in an epic contest with Hawthorn. And Hawthorn have been pretty successful over the last few years on Wednesdays. Marion just getting their measure this time around.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good year, isn't it, for Marion? They line up pretty solid, though, on that Wednesday too. We're looking at their Saturday side. Pretty solid side, so they're always going to be hard to beat. Where was that grand final played?
That was at Lochley's.
Oh, at Lochley's. Okay.
This is what we were talking about a little bit earlier on. Yep. Do you think it favoured them a little bit having played there on the Saturday?
Obviously, for sure. Yep. It's got to.
Yep. Good to see good crowds out both on the Saturday and I know it wasn't live streamed, but I did hear there was a good crowd down there on the Saturday. Yep. Certainly on the Sunday when we were there, you look back towards the clubhouse and it was there was just people everywhere.
Yep.
And then same on Wednesday, and then today with the ladies, we'll talk about them a little bit later on. Started out a little bit, good. Reasonable crowd, and then by the end it was completely packed, which was fantastic.
That was where today?
That was at Lochley's as well.
Oh,
okay. So Lochley's had they did have a very good run. Congratulations go to the Marion Bowling Club there, obviously on the Premier. Grange back up into Premier League after winning Division 1 there against Toorak Burnside. Good close result there. Speaking with Shadow on the weekend there, he was really looking forward to helping Grange get back up there. What a luxury having a player of that calibre playing in Division 1.
Pretty handy.
Exactly right. And we're not going to go through all of them on Wednesday, but Division 2 West Lakes, congratulations go to them as well. All right, let's move on to Thursday. Premier League, Hawthorn v Ascot. Tight, very tight contest. Went down to the last couple of ends. Congratulations go to the Hawthorn Bowling Club, getting up over Ascot by a few shots there.
Who was top?
Fantastic. Well,
who finished top?
Hawthorn ended up finishing top.
Yep.
Ascot had that position, I suppose, going into the last round.
Yep.
A couple of results didn't quite go their way. A couple of results went Hawthorn's way. They changed over, lost the first final, Hawthorn straight through.
Yep.
Ascot had to win the following week and put themselves in with a good shot, obviously, today.
Okay.
It's pretty close. Did get to watch a little bit of it in between working.
Okay.
But no, well done to the Hawthorn Bowling Club. Again, they've been the benchmark both on Wednesday and Thursday for the last few years. And they will be celebrating tonight, I am sure, with a few Chardonnays and a few champagnes as well. Congratulations go to Somerton in Division 1 and in the Division 2 North, Tranmere and South Happy Valley. So there's going to be some changes there. I did notice that they obviously play with 3 rinks.
Okay.
And this is why I threw in the question about Saturday pennants. Is this something that we could see filter through maybe with some of those lower divisions on Wednesday and Thursdays? And
well, it could be too.
It could be the way forward as well. Congratulations go to all those clubs. Mate, do we need to play the intro for Around the Regions? Is there anything we need to talk about?
I've just got a couple.
All right, well, let's play the intro and we'll go from there. Everybody's favourite time of the week, mate. All right, mate, take it away.
Look, I haven't really got much. Obviously, all the pennants are finished up there, but I have heard a little bit of a rumour that 2 or 3 Salisbury top players are heading to Kapunda to strengthen that side for next year. And then the only other little bit of news I've got is that there's sudden passing of Andre Wilson from Kapunda on Tuesday morning.
Yep. And
unfortunately, I heard today one of my good mates, Andrew Fontaine, ex-Newry, ex-Port Wakefield, now at Udunda, passed away this morning. So I send on my condolences to their families. And, it's always pretty sad, especially Andrew. I think he's probably younger than me. So,
I remember meeting him. I
think the big fellow with the tattoos.
Yep.
That's him.
Well, commiserations and condolences, obviously, to the family there.
Not all good news on the hot shots this week, but I haven't got much else in that today. So
didn't think you would have too much to say, but I knew that you might have the occasional
just a hot
rumour. Exactly right. We'll touch base on that in a couple of weeks. I'll let you do your digging, mate. See how you go. All right. Let's skip all the fanfare with the players' interview and the hot shots tonight. We'll just move straight into the extra ends. All right, like we've been doing over the last couple of weeks, we've sort of been condensing the state events and some of the hot shots. Some of the extra end topics. Firstly, finals week, 31st of March to the 3rd of April at Club HOLDFAST. Haven't been down to HOLDFAST for a couple of weeks, but I was there a couple of weeks ago. Greens were under repair, but I reckon by now they'd be absolutely cherry ripe. Yep. We had a shower or 2 of rain over the last week or 2. That always helps. So if you want something to watch, certainly head down there for finals week. All right, let's talk Prestige Medley, which is actually this weekend coming, 29th and 30th of March. For the people that don't know how the Prestige Medley works, basically the top 10 or 12 players from your region are selected to play against the other regions within the state in a 2-day event. The men's event is being played at Modbury. The women's event is being played at Playford, which they've been at those venues now for the last couple of years. So if you want to watch some very, very good bowls and you want to watch some of the country bowlers and you want to watch some of the city bowlers square off against each other, head down to those venues this weekend because I reckon it's going to be an absolute beauty. All right, let's talk Bowls SA Club Super Challenge. Sunday the 6th of April at the Hawthorn Bowling Club. That'll be played, the gold, silver and bronze matches, I believe, will be played at Hawthorn there, 6 p.m, the 6th of April. But coinciding with that event is actually the Night Owls final, which is being played during the day from 12 o'clock onwards. So
okay.
they obviously play the same day, 12 for a 12:30 start.
Yep.
They play right through till around about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, sausage sizzle, presentations, and then they get to hang about and watch some of the...
Actually, I reckon they've done that last year at Adelaide Bowling Club. I remember the Night Owls playing a final there, and then we played the grand final at Adelaide.
Adelaide, there you go.
Semi-finals on the Saturday too.
That's correct,
Pete.
yes.
So we're in the silver.
Yep.
We got done last Sunday night in the last game.
Yes.
We play a semi-final at, I'm not too sure where that is actually.
That'll probably be at, it might be either at Adelaide or, now you've put me right on the spot because I did actually have that one there. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a Saturday and Sunday. Yep. So if we win.
Yep, absolutely. That's what I was going to mention there.
Mothballs.
That the couple of semi-finals will be played on the Saturday, and that's at about a 2 p.m. start, I reckon.
1, I think.
1 p.m. or 2 p.m. start.
Yeah, something like that.
I remember seeing something like that.
Yep.
The Night Owlers should have put in their nominations by now, but I reckon if you absolutely want to put a team in, I'm sure they're not going to turn too many away on that particular day. All right, let's move on. The Bowls SA Awards night, 30th of May, 2025, Morphettvale Racecourse. We've mentioned it a couple of times. We haven't got our tie and suit ready just yet.
Okay.
7 p.m. start there. I reckon nominations will be closing very, very soon, so make sure you get your nominations in for that. All right, let's talk tournaments. So you got any tournaments coming up?
Off to Clare, obviously.
Yep.
So that'll be all full or closed off. We've got the 2 Wells again.
Yes.
I'll plug them on the 18th and the 25th. 18th is Good Friday, obviously, so it's not everybody's choice of day. They've got a seafood day. We've also got the Edwardstown one on the 30th of
this Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday.
Yep.
They got a seafood day there, so...
I'm actually playing in that event. I got an invite, last-minute invite.
Wow.
A couple of players team was short and said...
Oh, there you go.
Do you want to have a roll? And I said, yeah, why not?
And you're coming to
2 Wells with me? I am indeed.
Yep.
So starting the pre-season now for next year, mate.
I'll burn out, I think.
Absolutely. Fantastic. See if you can get along to those venues. If you want to play in any tournaments, I know there's a few clubs that are still hosting, so check the Bowls SA website for any of those tournaments. We haven't had an update on the BPL Cup venues. Boolaroo, Berry, Torrensville, Kapunda, Salisbury, Mount Gambier and Port Augusta. We'll hopefully have some updates in that in the next couple of weeks. The Australian Indoor Qualifying Singles, Sunday the 18th of May, finals being on the 25th of May. I did have a quick look at that last night. There's about 7 or 8 venues, including Payneham next door this year.
Kapunda one?
I reckon Kapunda is one. Modbury would be one.
Yeah.
Salisbury, I reckon, would be in with that. Usually Henley put in a team. Torrensville.
Yep.
So, there's certainly plenty of opportunities there. Get your nominations in, sectional play, and then if you make it through to the finals and you win it, you get an opportunity to head up to, Tweed Heads.
Oh, Tweed Heads.
Exactly
okay.
right. So there's been some good winners in the past. All right, mate, let's finish off. Any hot topics you've got for me this week?
I haven't got any, Pete, no. No hot topics at all. I've stayed away from bowls a bit this week.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Oh, the only one that I'm going to ask is, obviously, we've talked about the season going too long. Is there an opportunity to start it maybe a touch later and finish a little bit earlier? Is that the golden way of fixing it?
I don't mind when it starts, but I just think it finishes a bit late.
Yep.
That's all.
Because you're a footy man, you like getting into your footy season quite early.
Yeah, you miss a little bit of the footy if you make the grand final, which we didn't do, so I didn't miss any footy. But, I think so. I think you can finish a bit earlier, that's all.
Absolutely. My last one for you, would you like to see more sectional play? Because we did talk about at the top of the show, Victorian Open showing their sectional play tournament. Would you like to see more sectional play being telecast during state events?
Yeah, I would.
That way,
yeah, I enjoy it.
And I'm not talking about for the top players. I mean, we're going to see them come finals no matter what anyway.
Right. Exactly.
But give somebody an opportunity who
I mean, Big Pete was on...
the Australian Open.
Australian Open.
Exactly
I
right.
mean, it was, he was absolutely wrapped, and it was good to watch him.
Yep.
Bit of a laugh. You know, we've had plenty of laughs over it. It's great stuff,
Yep. So is it an opportunity for, somebody that is unknown to get an opportunity to be live streamed? So
I don't think we'd always need the top players. They
no, I mean we see them at in the finals.
That's right.
Is it an opportunity to promote the bowls a little bit better?
Yep.
All right, there's my hot topic for the week. All right, mate, we better wind things up there. We've kept it under 30 minutes, which is fantastic.
Pete will be happy.
Everyone,
if he's even listening.
Everyone will be happy. Congratulations go to all the teams on winning their grand finals on the weekend, whether it be by a large amount or by a small amount. Well done to all the players, and congratulations. For the teams that unfortunately went down, there's always next year, and that's what we all look forward to. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, we're going to have a little bit of a break for a week. We're going to let the Prestige Medley and the Club Super Challenge and the Night Owl Finals and the Bowls SA Finals evolve, and we'll get some results out of that, and that'll probably be our last show.
So hear us once more.
Last show for this particular part of the season. We might do something around the Australian Open time. We'll sort of work something out there. It might be just a one-off special and talk to a few players up on the Gold Coast and see how things are going up there. But other than that, please like, rate, subscribe, share it with friends, family, and everybody else like we've talked about in previous weeks. And we've got to do better than this, Phil.
Got to.
And we will.
And we will.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.